attention!
We all want attention. But how do you get it when you're talentless? Simple. By wearing a provocative shirt. Not like the thick girl at the bar, all eyes are on you. So if you want people approaching or avoiding you, then you're gonna need a shirt that offends everybody! Starting off with 3 things every guy likes: doggy, doggy, and of course, doggy. Do you like how our back is arched? That's attention to detail, fellas. Imagine showing up to the funeral with this gem on, pissing off your uncle, and making your cousin laugh. Makes you wish your aunt died sooner. Now, speaking of dogs, my next design is probably the most f***ed up and true thing I've ever said, which is, best part of a dog, they can never say no. Look at his little face. The panic, the fear. Oh, it's gonna be hard to call the cops when you don't have thumbs, am I right? Who hasn't looked at a corgi butt and said, damn, how could I resist, Your Honor? I mean, look at it. Look at it! Besides, sometimes when a man gets lonely, and I mean real lonely, a dog can, fill the void, if you catch my drift. All it takes is some peanut butter, a locked door, and patience. Let him come to you. The trick is making him want it. Now, what if your kink is making people suffer? Well, you'll love my next design. Think where your tongue is. Go ahead, think about it. Can't stop moving it, right? Where was it before I mentioned it? Was it at the top or bottom? Or why can't I stop thinking about this? Well, now you can torture everyone with this subtle yet tasteful day ruiner. Now, what if you're not a sociopath but still want people to stay away from you? Well, you'll love my next design. I don't wash my hands. What is that? Is that what I think it is? Maybe. Do you really want to get close enough to find out? You know, I showed this to a friend and he said it looked like a gay Italian saying hello. Which is not wrong. Although I always thought a gay Italian hello was having their gold chain teabag you. Speaking of sticky stuff, my next shirt is probably the most relatable one, called Eat, Fap, Game, Repeat. This one hit a little close to home for some of y'all. Let your homies know they're not alone. I mean, in a way they are, but at least you're sad together. You know what they say, misery loves company, and tears are natural lube. Maybe I should have called this one Shots Fired. Now, if your teacher asks what fat means, just tell her you're in touch with your emotions. That way you're technically not lying. Miss Sullivan, I'm not feeling well. Do you mind if I go pound out some sadness? Speaking of fapping, my next design is Life Begins at the Bona. Times I had my editor draw the word boner. I'm like, it needs to look more like a dick. At one point he gets fed up and just sends back a real life BBD saying this is what you're looking for, right? Oh, you see, this design speaks to me, as I currently live in Texas, where imaginary friends tell people what laws to write. And it does make you think, where does life really begin? Because one could argue a stiffy is the first sign of it, meaning every time you spank it, technically, you're committing an atrocity. That's not splooge in your trash can, it's boneless children. Speaking of child graves, God, we all know he loves giving kids cancer, but what really makes him hard is the forbidden. So get on your knees as I shower you with my next design. He has risen. You don't gotta help if you don't believe in it, right? I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Do you like how the devil is looking at Jesus, making sure he's giving consent? Is this okay? Is this okay? Is this okay? Speaking of baby carrots, many guys feel like they're inadequate. Mostly because y'all watching too much corn. Corn is like the Olympics of porking, okay? Stop comparing yourself to freaks. That's where my next design comes in. 6 inches is average. His face is so perfect. Oh, like it's average, right? And his little hand. I'm sorry, average hand. Giving you that thumbs up. Oh, really happy how this one came out. Now, before I get to my last design, I want to tell you my favorite joke. What's the difference between Michael Phelps and the Hitman? Michael Phelps knows how to finish a race. And now, it sounds horrible, but it really isn't. It doesn't say any race should be finished. It just says Michael Phelps knows how to finish one. You see? Your own assumptions are what make it offensive. Which is the same reaction people have when I show them my favorite t-shirt design, Friends. It's so perfect. Because we're all thinking the same thing, yet nothing in the picture is actually offensive. Just a bunch of multicultural friends looking to have a good, hard time. Actually, I lied. I have one more design. Well, it's less of a design and more of a life mantra. And that's, any hole will do. What does that mean? It means whatever you want it to mean. There's a lot of holes out there. Some good, some stinky. We all have to decide which hole fits us best. And with this shirt, you can tell the world that any hole will do. So if you want to piss off your friends, family, or enemies, then pick up your shirt today at offensiveswag.com. That's right, at offensiveswag.com, you can mentally torture your school bully and live rent-free in your crush's head, all while supporting your boy. Cause dark, twisted humor makes me hard, but censorship makes me flaccid. And I refuse to dial back any of my jokes because some snowflakes can't handle it. So if you want to support my crusade against the bland corporate circle jerk that's the rest of YouTube, then pick up your shirt today at offensiveswag.com, where every shirt is designed to turn heads and hopefully get you head. You know what you want to do? Oh, you want to push that subscribe button. Oh, push the button. Push the button.